compromise on. And see, this is the problem of jurists. This is the problem of scholars. This is the problem of du'at, scholars, etc. They don't. This issue, either you find strict people, strict orthodox people, or you find so-called moderate, compromising liberal people. We need to know when we need to be liberal, and we need to know when we need to be orthodox and strict. Again, if someone were to say, for example, our especially young brothers, they said, what? We as Muslims need to be liberal? Okay, don't worry about the name, but as I said, this is the nature of Islam. This is the nature of Islam. It fits into any situation, and it has the ability to fit into any situation, and to transform that situation into the best situation. So simply, a lady just accepted Islam. She might not be wearing the proper clothes. Islam wouldn't tell her no until you wear full veil, full black, whatever, we are not welcoming you. No, Islam says, no, you are most welcome. And you can perform your salah, prayers, etc. And the Jannah, the paradise, is open for you. So then Islam enters her heart, and then she will be developing herself, and Islam will not leave her until she practices fully. So similarly, we in any system this is the case. So we need to find a place within the current systems for Islamic finance, and maybe compromise on certain things, and not compromise on other things. Let me give you an example, if I may.
It'd be great to talk about maybe Islamic mortgages at this point, because I think that's a
okay, we can talk about Islamic mortgage, but let me, because Islamic mortgage, maybe we have a limited time, but let me give you an example of insurance.
Yeah, sure.
Let me give you an example of insurance, just quickly. See, by the way, I wanted to say, maybe we can have another,
we should,
podcast,
we should probably,
that Islamic finance is easy. Islamic finance, I have written a summary of Islamic finance in one page. Just one page. And if you understand it, that is enough. Okay? We tend to make it complicated because we just want to come across as we are the experts in Islamic finance, etc. All these sophisticated things are applications of these rules, which can be summarized in one page, as I have done. See, what is Islamic finance? What is the summary? Any transaction in Islam is allowed. This is the ruling. Al-asl al-hil. Except, so the haram is the exception. Except if it has dhulm. Full stop. Now, the dhulm can be dhulm against other human beings, or against yourself, which is dhulm against your relationship with Allah Jalla wa'ala. Now, against dhulm against others. It can be either a cheating, which is clear anyway. It can be riba. Or it can be gharar, or gambling. Or any transactions that will lead to disunity. These are the main reasons for the prohibition. The main reasons for any transaction to be prohibited. Now, we can, of course, cheating is clear. We do not compromise on cheating, or in buying and selling that will create problems. Okay, what we are left with is mainly riba and gharar. I compromise on gharar. So insurance that has elements of gharar, uncertainty, I am easy with it, provided that both sides agree to it. And now there is a trend within Islamic finance scholars and experts to again to overlook that. Yeah. However, what we cannot compromise on is what?
The riba.
The riba. Yeah. So if we get into non-Islamic setup, yeah, and we want to to produce Islamic products, we need to know that maybe gharar, if there is a consent from both sides, can be overlooked.
Yeah.
However, when we come to riba, that is something that we cannot compromise on whatsoever. Yeah?
Yeah.
And I would like maybe to conclude because of time, or maybe we have still 5 minutes. See, we have to understand that what is haram in Sharia, what is haram in Sharia is not haram only because of the akhirah or because it is the right of Allah Jalla wa Ala. Yeah? You rarely find a haram like this. You might find some haram related to some acts of ibadah. But haram other than this, it has impact on our life.
It's harmful.
It is harmful. Okay? And therefore, people should not say, well, let us compromise on the haram. Yeah? Because it will be counterproductive in the dunya, not necessarily in the akhirah. That's why this haram, for example, riba, which is a big sin. Gharar, uncertainty, is not a big sin. And the Prophet ﷺ did not say that it is a sin, even. The Prophet ﷺ naha, he prohibited this kind of, because it leads to some problems. That's why some scholars said, what is the illah? The legal cause behind the prohibition of riba. Is it because there is no consent between both sides? Is there any cheating? Or is it in of itself? Yeah? So, no, the illah is there is no consent. There is a possibility of a cheating. And therefore, if there is a consent and there is no possibility of cheating, it can be overlooked. However, riba in of itself, yes, in of itself is problematic. Yeah, in of itself, the illah is exchanging money for more amount of money, or a riba for a different amount of riba. And Allah Jalla wa Ala made it what? Made it as a source of problems. Yeah, that's why Allah Jalla wa Ala says, الَّذِينَ يَأْكُلُونَ الرِّبَا لَا يَقُومُونَ إِلَّا كَمَا يَقُومُ الَّذِي يَتَخَبَّطُهُ الشَّيْطَانُ مِنَ الْمَسِّ. And that's why the prohibition of riba is a grave prohibition, unlike the prohibition of gharar. So the Prophet ﷺ said that Allah cursed the riba, the one who consumes riba, the one who gives riba, and the one who facilitates, the contract of riba. So it is not any prohibition. So we cannot compromise on it. Yeah? And consuming riba, for example, mortgage. Now many people say that, there is a fatwa that you can have one house, okay, on conventional mortgage. And we say no. Because this is, although you might think that it is a solution for you, but that is in a micro short term. But on a macro term, this will damage the economy. And the main reason behind the recession of 2008 was what? Was the prime mortgage. If you remember that. So, riba, the haram of riba is not a solution, even for one house. And this is what our brothers and sisters have to understand. And as I always say that if you are thirsty, you might think that salty water is what? Is going to extinguish your thirst. But in reality, you might think that drink it, it will make your problem worse.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Sheikh, I mean, let's park, I think, the Islamic mortgages, because I think that's going to take a bit of time to kind of get into.